Hey everyone, I'm James Santiago, and I'm going to go over a couple of new pedals I got this week and show you how I went about powering them. So first, I've got the POG2 and the Superego. Those are the new pedals, and while they're not extremely high power devices, they are over the standard output of like a 2 Plus, which has about 100 milliamps on the first 4 and on 7 and 8. So if you're going to use this to power them, you need to use one on 5 and one on 6 because they pull about 160 milliamps. And each one of these, actually, the 5 or 6, they each have about 250 milliamps of headroom. So they're fine on this. But what I wanted to do was use a couple of Strymon pedals too. So I've got a blueSky and an Ola. So what I've done is give each one of these an output section of digital, which has 4 high current areas to work with. I put these two on the same line with one of our splitter cables. So I put them both in here. This equals about 300 something, well below the 400 limit of that. And then I had 2 analog pedals left, and a little analog delay in my Giggity. So I put those last 2 on another splitter. So again, way below the 400 milliamps of that. So I am powering this whole thing with a single pedal power digital. Okay, so let's go into what I was kind of doing with it. I got the Giggity. Starting there, just giving me a little high end and a little more. I found that the Superego actually tracks a little better with a little more input in the front of it. So got that going into the Superego. And what this is going to do is grab my chords and sustain them, almost like a synthesizer. So I've got the speed cranked up, the gliss is turned off, no dry signal, and all effect. Okay, now that's pretty flat sounding. What it also has is a neat little effects loop. So to give it a little vibe, I put the Echo Puss. That's a Way Huge design that's coming out soon. So it's an analog delay with modulation. So that's going in the effects loop of the Superego here. So now we'll put that on. So we have that. Now the fun starts happening when you stick this POG on here. So I've got this set up almost like an organ thing. So with this on, Giggity into the POG. There's my sort of organ-y sound. Just so you know, I am going direct into Pro Tools, so taking a stereo out over here. So you're hearing a clean DI at the moment. So, okay, so there's our organ-y sound. So we'll stack Superego with the POG2. Now, give it some vibe. We're going to put the little blueSky reverb on with plate that's modulated. So that'll give us more of a hall sound, almost like a church. Now, give it some stereo effects. I've got the Ola set up in the multi-setting, so this is where it's going to finally be in stereo now. Neat sound. I could also make it more synth-patty by taking out the POG, like so. a cool effect is the glissando thing. So let me put that up like at noon, so you hear what that sounds like. I'll put the analog delay on too.